Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today is Monday, September 14th, 2009. Hope you all have had a great weekend, and I'm just going to go ahead and get right into today's update. First, I'll start off with some of the comments left by you guys. First comment just wants to know if I find a signal on the close of a news candle, would I enter it? And the answer is no. I'd have to wait until the candle after that. If the candle after that formed a signal and it closed, then I would take it, but not the actual close of the news candle. So good question, pretty simple answer. Pip Ranger wants to know about if I would consider entering on news, just placing a tight stop loss. Excuse me, you can, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. It's with news events being so volatile, tight stop losses really, you're just setting yourself up for failure because, I mean, you can get spiked out very, very easily. So I would say just to avoid the headache and the confusion and the stress, I just wouldn't. And that's just coming from just experience and not wanting to get involved in stuff like that. It's my trading personality. I'm very laid back. I don't like to be overly wound up, and that's what news does to me, and that's what news can do to your trade too. But you know, play around with it. Like I said, that's what demo accounts are for. But be careful though at the same time. And then finally, the last comment was asking what the other site I was talking about, and it is Meet Pips. I'm glad you found it. But yeah, it's called meetpips.com, as in you're meeting someone. And it allows you to network with other traders, as well as it provides you a trading journal so you can log your trades. Other people can see them. They can help you out. You can share your trade ideas. You can post blogs, videos, pictures, you name it. So there's a lot of stuff you can do there, a lot of resources, and I think it's a great learning tool, and actually a great tool for any trader who's serious about keeping records of their trades. It's just the perfect tool for that. So go ahead and check it out. You'll find it very handy. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my 4-hour chart now. This is the cable. This is what my chart looked like before I started trading. Okay. Now I'm going to move the chart forward. This is the midnight candle to 4 a.m. Eastern time candle. And you can see that it formed a new trend change candle. So at the close of this candle, which is 4 a.m. Eastern time, that is a new trend, and the trend has changed from up to down. So before 4 a.m., I was still looking for long trades, because over here, our most recent trend change candle was back on September 8th. And up until that point, we were still looking for long trades. But after this candle, which closes at 4 a.m., after this candle, now we are only looking for short trades. So from there on out, it was only looking for short trades. All right, so that's pretty much it for determining the trend. And here's my 15-minute chart. I'm going to move this back before midnight. Again, if this is not making sense to you, you should go scroll up to the top of this post, click that link that says read this first. That will give you all the rules and details of the system, and will hopefully make some sense of what I'm talking about here. Anyways, so here's before midnight. I'm almost ready to trade, but first I got to check my news events. Excuse me. So if you go to babypips.com, click on the Tools tab. I'm going to pull up the news events for today. And you can see that we really didn't have anything going on. Remember, we're only looking at news events that affect either the UK or the dollar, because, you know, we're looking at those currencies. So those are the main news events that we want to watch out for. And we really didn't have anything. I mean, we had this at 12:30, which is, you know, just lacquer speaking about something, but that's past our trading session time, so I'm not even going to pay attention to it. So really today you didn't even have to jot anything down, you know, because there was nothing to jot down, nothing important. All right, so no news events, empty notepad. Now today we're really just looking for signals. Now remember, this is midnight, and at this point on my 4-hour chart, I was still looking at long trades. I was looking for long trades. So I'll move this chart forward one candle at a time. And here we get a crossover. This is right at midnight. This is the midnight candle. But let's look at our size below 50, not good. Stochastics are crossed down, not good. And MACD was already positive, so this isn't even a signal. It's just a crossover. All right, so we're looking for long trades, not seeing anything. Okay, now here is 4 a.m. After this candle closed, I look at my 4-hour chart and I can see that a new trend change candle has formed. So now I am only looking for short trades. So at this point, from this point forward, I am only looking for crossovers to the short side. Okay, and in order for that to happen, I got to see the price retrace back up. So I'd have to see a crossover to the upside first, and there it is. So now that I see that, now I'm kind of being on my guard now to look out for a trade, because now I have the possibility of seeing a crossover back down to the short side. So I'm watching it, and here we get a crossover right here at 8:45. Now once you have the crossover, you just look at the indicators. RSI is below 50, stochastics are trending down, MACD was positive and losing value. This makes this a valid entry. So you want to enter at the close of this candle, or as close to it as possible, and that is at 65.32. So our stop is going to be at the most recent swing high, which is at 65.73, and our target's going to be at the nearest 0 or 50 level, and that's at 6,500. So it gives us about 32 pips of potential profit, and now we can just let the trade ride. And unfortunately, you could see that price made a big bullish move here at 9:15, and we got stopped out. So what do? You just keep a record of that, say you got a loss, and jot down all the stats that you need, and then you just move on. Not really a big deal there. Remember, losses and wins, are all kind of irrelevant. You're just, once you know you have a system that works, it's just a matter of following that trading system with discipline, and trusting that it'll work for you in the long run. So, no big deal if you know that your system is going to work out for you in the long run. All right, so that was a loss, and again, we're only looking for short trades. So we had this crossover to the upside here. So I'm paying closer attention to my chart, because we might get a crossover to the short side. Okay, there's 11:30. Okay, it looks like we might be getting there, but you can see this is 11:45, and our session ends at noon. Basically the time that we're going to stop looking for trades. So we're really not going to see anything. And so no entries there. There was a crossover at 12:45, but it's already past our trading time. So really, for today's action, we just had that one trade, and unfortunately, it was a loss. And more often than not, you're going to see a loss when we saw that trend change right in the middle of our session. So again, that kind of is an indication of sideways movement. But that's the whole point of having a system, filtering you out and keeping you out from as many bad trades as possible, and giving you a higher probability of winning trades. All right, so one loss today. It's unfortunate, but you just got to jot that down, move on, and be happy knowing that you stayed disciplined to it, and then you'll have positive trades later on. And it's going to happen. There's plenty of trades always out there, so don't feel too bad. In fact, if you got this same trade, you should feel good, because that means you're starting to understand the system correctly. So that's it for today's update. Feel free to ask any questions on the blog or on the forums. I'll try to answer them as best as possible. But that is it for today. I will see you all on the next update. Cowabunga, dudes.